Hello and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Christine Fenner. This show is about bringing you interesting people and events, and I'm very excited to talk with Adam Hain of Feed Kitchens. And so first, of course, we want to know, what is Feed Kitchens?
Feed Kitchens is a new facility on the north side of Madison. It's 5 commercial kitchens in one building. We rent space to commercial and casual users, so people who can't afford to have their own building or are just starting out, want to test out some things, can come in and use one of our kitchens. We've got a training kitchen, a baking kitchen, a deli restaurant style kitchen, a vegetable prep kitchen, and a meat kitchen.
Wow. How do potential users learn more about this and be able to sign up for some time at this kitchen?
We have 2 informational sessions a month, the last Tuesday and last Saturday of every month. So people can come out, they can sit down, go through about an hour-long presentation and tour of the kitchens. They can also stop at our website at feedkitchens.org and download all the information they want. The other thing that happens most common is people just come in, kind of wander and say, hey, what is this place? You know, can we find out more about it? Or they'll call, set up an appointment with me, and I'll give them a tour and go through the process of applying and what they need to do.
You mentioned a couple different types of users. A casual user. Tell me a little bit about...
So a casual user is anybody who is going to be producing something that is not going to be for sale to the general public. The only exception to that is if they're a nonprofit organization using it as a fundraiser. So the Wilmar Neighborhood Center did their pie bake there. They made 900 pies in 11 hours. And since it's their nonprofit fundraiser, they're considered a casual user. Then there's commercial users. That's going to be anybody that needs to go through licensing with DATCAP or the health department. That's going to be making a product that's sold to the general public. So your caterers, food carts, things along that lines.
So a casual user may be someone then who maybe has an idea for something for sale and wants to experiment with it first before going through.
We actually have some users that have been working the past couple of months. They're developing a line of condiments that is locally sourced. Everything's within 100 miles of Madison. So they've been doing market testing, they've been getting the recipes ready, going out and doing some trial and error. And then once they have all their stuff down, they've submitted their recipes to the state, they've had everything tested, they're ready to do their licensing, then they can transfer over from casual to a commercial user. But it works great that way too, because they can do the market research, and if it turns out that it's not something somebody wants, they haven't spent the time, the money, outlaid all of that, and have to go through that process.
Some of our viewers may wonder, with all these products being made in these kitchens, how can they buy them?
There's a couple different ways right now, and it's going to be ever expanding. We have one lady who makes hot sauces. It's Mandy's Mood Food. She makes some fantastic hot sauces. They're available in the new Hy-Vee in Fitchburg, the West Side Hy-Vee, and actually in some of the Food Fight restaurants and the Old Fashioned. There's a couple different outlets for some of the bakery things that we have, several of the local churches, Boomerang Resale Shop in the Northgate Mall, which is right across from where we're located, and a few other places. The River Food Pantry has a bakery program actually right now, and they're doing a pie bake for Easter. So people can pre-order, and that information again is on our website and on our Facebook page. They can order the pies and get them. And as we go, we're going to have a list on our website of the retail establishments that people can go to get the products.
And how can viewers get a look at the Feed Kitchens?
They can give a call, stop out. We'll give them a quick tour. This coming Saturday, the 5th of April, there's actually going to be a bazaar, and it's going to be an open house bazaar where users will have some samples, some literature, and things for sale. And we're going to be holding one of those every quarter. So we'll update that. We'll have it in the Northside News. We'll have it on our website and on our Facebook page. So people can come out. If they miss this one, they can definitely come out to the next one. That'll be in June or July.
So this Saturday, April 5th, what time?
From 4 to 7 o'clock.
4 to 7 p.m.
Yep.
Great. And then tell me a little bit about what the public or what people can do to support Feed Kitchens.
There's a number of things. We've had some fundraiser drives along the way. There was a crossword puzzle that they ran through the Northside News, that people could purchase crossword puzzles to help support it. There's also a t-shirt drive going on with the Northside News and with Northside Planning Council that helps on that. The other thing is that when you see the products out in the public, just buying products and getting the word out is the biggest thing, because we are brand new, and it's getting a lot of the local people to know that this is out there, because there's a lot of people that have great ideas. I get calls and have people stopping in every day that are, I've had this idea for a long time. I really want to make this. How do I do it? And if they don't know that there's that facility and there's that use, I mean, we're a little bit rare too in the fact that If you're renting from someplace, a lot of times you're paying a monthly rent, and we rent by the hour just what people are using. So it makes it really cost effective for what they're doing.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and telling us all about Feed Kitchen, Adam. And we'll be back in just a few moments with more Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I am now talking with Pam Christopher from the Monroe Chamber of Commerce, and you have an upcoming event.
We do. We're excited. It's our Business Expo. It's Home and Business Expo, and it is for the state line, so not only Greene County, but the surrounding areas. We have 76 businesses that are going to be under one roof.
Oh my goodness. So tell me about the vendors that are going to be there.
Sure, we're going to have people in the electronics industry, so both automobile and retail. And you're going to see wonderful big screen TVs and things that you can buy, automobiles, motorcycles, purses. You're going to see candles there. You're going to see cosmetics. You're going to see chiropractors. You're going to see the medical industry there. So healthcare will be there, as well as educational, and just an array of our businesses, all under one roof. And people to do home improvements too. So it's a wonderful opportunity. We've all been kind of stuck in the house with snow, but now you can get out and venture out, and you'll be able to go under one roof and see 76 businesses. If you want to do some home improvement ideas, it's an opportunity for you to see everybody you need to in one location. You don't have to drive anywhere but one location and see them all and get it all done in one location.
Why did the Chamber decide to create this event?
Well, we wanted to showcase our businesses because we have just wonderful businesses, and you'll notice when you walk in the camaraderie that they all share. But it's a way for us to put that focus on them. But so many other opportunities too. Is also a time that they can talk about the jobs they have that are available. And we have seniors coming from the school systems in our state line area that'll be there too to see what career fields there are for them as they go out and go away to college and maybe come back home, to lure them back here. So we don't want to get away from that brain drain. We want to keep people here. So hopefully we'll be able to bring them back for jobs. But it's a way for our businesses to reach out to people and let them know everything they have. A lot of times you'll drive by a business and you don't know what they have to offer. So it's a great opportunity for them to show their wares.
What should I not miss when I come to the event?
Well, there's so many things. So, if you're bringing children, we're going to have characters that are going to be there. Scoopy's going to be there. Chris Mouse will be there, the muscle guy from Anytime Fitness. So there's many things like that. And free pony rides from 10 to 2 on Saturday. But, if you're an adult and maybe you're interested in cars, we're going to have cars and motorcycles there. There's lawn equipment that's going to be there for the females, like I said. There's going to be purses. There's going to be, and for the men that might want to buy something too, right, for their special person. But there's purses, candles, cosmetics. For anybody that has a sweet tooth, we have one of our new people, Rainbow Confections, that has all kinds of different kind of popcorn that they do, caramel corn. She's going to have cotton candy. So there's, nice little treats for those. And Boomerang Bakery is going to be there with nice pastries. And Greene County pork producers is another one we want to highlight on. That's from our agricultural side. So the people that do pork producing, they're going to be having their pork sandwiches there that everybody in our community just loves. But if you want to do an addition to your home, Styline's going to be there with their homes that you can do for a sunroom or, the awning. So there's just going to be so many opportunities for people all under one roof. Our EMS is going to be there. Oh, don't forget, there's going to be visual and glaucoma screening from Monroe Clinic too, from 10 to 4 on Saturday. So that's totally free. So come out and take advantage of that.
What makes your event different than others?
I think the opportunity to give back to our community and help the students. We're very blessed that one of our companies, Colony Brands, is going to be giving away scholarships, and they gave over 500 scholarships away last year. And we have over 500 students coming again this year, and they give $250 scholarship to those students that they've worked with those school systems to find out who's going to be going on to college and who they can help give those opportunities to. So isn't that wonderful? It's about, and it's part of our Future Forward initiative for Greene County. Is trying to do everything we can to attract, retain, and engage the youth and our workforce so we can continue to have the strong workforce we do for our businesses. So I think that's the thing that's different, but it's also catering to every age group when you come to our event, there's going to be something for absolutely everyone. We also have things for the senior citizens. Our senior center there, Bering Senior Center, will be there, and people that will help with also preferred living and senior living and opportunities for those too that are looking. So there's literally something for everyone at ours.
So one last question. I know you mentioned the pony rides and you mentioned some of the screenings, but tell me about some of the other takeaways.
Sure, absolutely. Well, educational. I mean, I think we all go for our bachelor's, our master's degrees, and we think we're finished. But there's also going to be 2 colleges there to talk to you about the continuing education opportunities. Someone might want to be there and look at stained glass that they want to do, or sewing, or, maybe they want to get into QuickBooks because maybe they're looking to start their own business. Or, maybe they just want to get into more advanced Excel or things to do in spreadsheets for what they're doing at work. There's just something for everyone. So I think it gives you wonderful opportunities for advanced learning, and then also for the free screenings and the things for the kids. And gosh, who doesn't like to see those new cars and motorcycles, right? So it's an opportunity for you to see the latest and greatest.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this upcoming event. I think everyone is going to be looking forward to heading down to Monroe for this.
Absolutely. It's going to be Friday and Saturday, so please come and enjoy it.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in just a few moments with more Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Christine Fenner, and now I'm introducing you to Tim O'Brien of Apple Wellness.
Thanks for having me.
So I'm sure many of our viewers are thinking, well, I eat fine. Do I really need supplements?
Yeah, so the real deal is we are all nutritionally deficient in one way or another. Our soil deficiencies are worse than ever before in history. A couple examples. A bowl of salad has half the nutrients it did comparative to the 1950s. Calcium has dropped 40% in brown rice since the 1960s. So our soil deficiencies, plus the toxic concerns, herbicides, pesticides, fungicides, antibiotics. I mean, just driving here this morning, I'm driving behind a car and breathing in the pollutants from that car. Taking a shower, you absorb arsenic, fluoride, chlorine, heavy metals, bacterias. We're nutritionally deficient as a culture, and we need nutrition via supplementation.
How do you determine what companies and what products are appropriate for each client?
Yeah, for sure. So first question is actually which products do I bring in the store? So you have to ask questions like, well, where is it being sourced from? Is it coming out of China where there's lead content, quality control issues, or are they getting that vitamin C out of Scotland where it's a clean environment, things like that. Second question is, how are they processing it? Are they using heat compression? What are they doing to those nutrients in processing? Third, what's the delivery system? You could have it sourced from a great location, you could process it in a great manner, but if it's not getting delivered properly to the small intestine, well then that's an issue problem. And then the fourth question is, what forms of nutrients? Is it a calcium carbonate, which comes from ground up fish bones, or is it a citrate form or hydroxyapatite that's highly bioavailable? And so then when my customers come in, you want to ask questions like, what are their concerns, what are their problems, and then you can treat it properly with nutrition.
What is the most powerful product that you sell or that you believe in?
Yeah, there's a good amount of them, but Curamin, it's a pain formula called Curamin, contains the powerful nutrient curcumin, which is the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory that we know about. So people coming in with pain, there's a lot of health concerns issues, but pain kind of gnaws in you day in and day out. And the Curamin formula, for most people, they feel a benefit in 45 minutes. And in some studies, it's been compared to morphine. And other studies more powerful than cortisone shots. So when a customer comes in, to be able to treat that with nutrition, get them away from pain naturally, is really exciting for me and, of course, the customer.
Exactly. So digestive issues also tend to be a little bit more commonplace.
Yeah.
What recommendations do you have for those?
Yeah, it's like 5 to 6 out of 10 people struggle with digestive issues, whether it's IBS or some sort of digestive problems. So there's always an acronym called HOPE that I like to give my customers, and it stands for high fiber, oils, probiotics, and enzymes. If you have a proper HOPE balance, your digestive system runs like a dream, or at least a lot better. And so I explain that, recommend that. You want to get that from your foods, but a lot of times you need to get some added supplementation to bring that inflammation down, launch your enzyme production, your B vitamin production. Inflammation is a constant issue, not just with pain like we talked about, but with digestive issues. So sometimes you need to lubricate the GI tract, and it depends on the customer, but definitely want to treat it with nutrition, and so we'll bring them through that process and treat it. So it's been exciting too. Next to pain is my second favorite issue to treat.
How much time do you spend with your customers?
Yeah, so I mean, it's different. Some people in and out in a minute, but we get people that, you know, they're in the trenches, you know, a couple hours sometimes, half an hour, 45 minutes, and somebody coming in, you know, having cancer will take a lot longer than some sleep problems. But to answer the question, as much time as that's needed.
For those people that are outside of the area, maybe can't stop in, do you also ship?
Yeah, we actually do free shipping anywhere in the U.S., and we do a lot of special orders as well, and try to really take care of the community and customers best we can.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about any of the newer products you've had in the last little bit that you're really proud of.
Yeah. So I learned, this is some time ago, that most proteins are high temperature processed, and so with proteins we'll get undenatured, cold temperature processed proteins in. A lot of people don't know it, but fish oils are great for you. There's thousands of clinicals across the earth, but if they're low high heat extracted and in an oil format where your body actually breaks down, burns up in the stomach acid 50 to 70% of that oil before it gets to the small intestine, well, it's going to be limited. So we have a whole food form bound with natural phospholipids, omega-3 complex, that has upwards of 50 times the absorption compared to the oils. So I'm really excited about the Vect Omega product. Also our probiotics get to the small intestine because they're enteric-coated, and again, people don't know, but most of the probiotics out there get burned up.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all this great information about your business, about Apple Wellness and all these products. And thank you. We really appreciate it.
I'm excited. Yeah.
And we'll be right back in a few moments with more Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I am here chatting with Laura Grenier and Lainey Eustace of Silver Leaf Interiors and also Shop Silver Nest. So tell me a little bit first, Laura, about your business and about what the interior design and the website's all about.
Yeah, well, we've been in business in the Madison market since 1990, doing full service interior design. And about a year ago, we launched our online store called Shop Silver Nest, where we're offering everything that we can't fit into our local retail store to everyone, not only locally, but across the country.
Great. And what sets your store apart from other online shopping experiences?
We travel to markets throughout the country, and when we do that, we're curating designer collections based on color palette, based on what's trending in the market currently, and we're fine-tuning those so that when people come onto our website, those have already been fine-tuned and established for them.
And Lainey, in this highly competitive web market, how do you differentiate yourself?
Well, we are finding a lot of people are researching their design projects online these days. So we have found a lot of traffic coming through from house.com, pinterest.com. We have a Facebook page and a lot of design tips on our blog as well.
And how do people define their style when they start thinking about designing their homes?
Sure. Most people are either decorating in a formal or casual feel or somewhere in between, and that's influenced a lot by whether they are enjoying what types of colors they're using, the amount of texture that they're using in their homes. And so one of the interesting parts of our website is that we also have a collection called Curated Collections, which helps to define people's styles if they're not exactly certain what their style is. So there's everything from a European traditional collection on there to vintage farmhouse to kind of an industrial loft look, and it gives people a real quick way to kind of double check what they think their style is actually what they're defining it as.
Awesome. And Lainey, what is trending in interior design right now?
We're seeing a lot of gold finishes replacing the silver and aged bronze we were seeing for a while. Chevron is seen a lot now in textiles. As far as styles go, like Laura said, industrial loft, where you see that limed oak look, and lots of bright colors, pinks, emerald greens.
Now you mentioned some of these styles are changing over. How often do styles change?
What do you think, Laura?
Yeah,
It's,
generally a style will trend for about 7 to 10 years, and during that cycle you'll see a color palette shift over. So people are changing right now from the reds and yellows that they were using in their homes, and everything's turning into a little bit more subdued gray, warm grays with inflection of color from punchier citrus colors like orange and green, and then also the introduction of emerald green as the new green. That was Pantone's color of the year last year. This year, Pantone's color of the year is orchid, which is a little bit of a gray pink.
Wow. And tell us about this design board that you have.
Yeah, so the design board feature on the website is a fun little tool. It allows you to tack items onto a board on our site and save them. So if you're working on a living room, you can select items, whether it's an art piece, a pillow, a lamp, and tack that to a board and label it as your living room. If you're helping your mom design a room for her house, you can say mom's living room. If you're working on your kids' bedrooms, you can have a board for every project that you're working on. So it allows you to kind of define your project in a nice, neat little package, and you can email it to your friends or keep it on our website and refer to it later.
Got it. Lainey, when is your next market trip, and where are you headed this time?
we are headed to Atlanta. I just booked the hotel yesterday, and that will be in July. So it'll be nice and hot. We'll be out there shopping for our clients. Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you can discover your own style.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that, how that helps people narrow down their choices.
Sure. I think a lot of times people are a little bit mystified about the whole design process, and our goal on Shop Silver Nest was to make sure that we took a little bit of that, the guesswork out of that, and helped people define what that was. People are naturally drawn to color and texture. It's in them already, but they might not know how to express that, and that's oftentimes why they hire an interior designer to begin with. So we thought with the online store it was a great opportunity to have people from the comfort of their home start to discover and explore what their style is. And certainly our local store, we're able to help consult with them locally if they want to use our design services. We are a full service design firm in the Madison market, and we are certainly able to help further define that as well if they're not finding exactly what they need or need a little bit more direction.
Is there a certain style, texture, mix that maybe would surprise people of what you can blend together?
Yeah. The thing that's happening right now with the industrial movement is people who have been decorating in, say, a traditional style, and the new looks that are out right now are real weathered and kind of washed woods. A lot of people are wondering how to introduce that into their homes today. And the market is really meeting that need by making sure that not only do those have an industrial kind of reclaimed look, but they're also using carved details on furniture so that people who are decorating in a highly traditional fashion can still introduce those limed looks into their home without completely having to change the look of their house.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was so interesting to learn about the design, your business, and the website. And thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Christine Fenner, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.